to update. Yes, update. Damn.
The money make you happy, it don't make you different. I start to see that myself when I got a couple million. Roll through the mud, I can't lie, I seen too much real outside there. I told my brother have some patience and your day'll come. Now he's sitting in the but they ain't got no. You can't walk inside my shoes like a sneaker punk. I overcome obstacles and they still come. I was trying to make a way out like it was my first day out. Remember my first day out, now I got M's in the account. In the south, these streets by my side, you don't want with up. I felt so stuck in my life, I had to. If I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry, I don't apologize. My penthouse got a bird you through. I got Porsche with the frog guy. Got a hand crafted digit with a palm pilot. All this money on my mind, I taught it that body, yeah, yeah. I got a grab dope, brand new white Rolls Royce and that match a toes. I was out flocking, I ain't have a choice, I ain't even had no clothes. I put my wrist inside the freezer, watch the paddock roll. Think about the time when we was 10, we was hopping fences. I was staying inside the trench. I keep it for you and you, I know the ops intentions. Back in Genesis, I was on T. She got up. Streets by my side, you don't want with up. I felt so stuck in my life, I had to. If I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry, I don't apologize. My penthouse got a bird you through. I got Porsche with the frog guy. Got a hand crafted JJ with a palm pilot. All this money on my mind, I taught it body, yeah, yeah.
Okay. You cannot say forget. I'm from the floor, sweat. So they turn, driving through the veil, dropping it. I got a laugh to the jokes, drill like, who these, I don't know, but I'm on go, and I'm in that Bugatti, moving too hard, me and Trey, that's what, all you see is helicopters, I'm in the engine, ready, get that, my chicks is clearing, your chicks is spending, and I got a couple, let me know, it's a fact, if you want, this boy I can send, and I got a, and she got a Louis back, yeah. Okay, flex, my, move back, baby, let me see some, okay, my, move back, baby, let me see some, okay.
Got it jumping at the zoo. See him, yellow fang my moves. Bring my hands until I have my face. Duck away, she wanna lay up the hibernate. I took a chance, there's a lot to take. I took her right in and up right away. She needed, it cost me 3 for the, but the fee. She let it twirl to the beat. I send her better reach. Wearing pearls, bits of bees. I only hurl in my pee. Good story, Tony.
Talk about my team. Right now, Grant Hill is included in the latest Idols release. Along with Diamond, Westbrook, and Petrovic, this is truly a can't-miss pack. And don't forget, each season in my...
The Rockets on their way to the locker room earlier on, looking to deliver the gift of a big win to the home crowd tonight. An aerial view of the many buildings making up the skyline of beautiful Houston, Texas, our broadcast setting tonight. We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration of the Latin culture. Hi everyone, Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony. We have David Aldridge on our sideline. And our special guest tonight, welcoming in Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, Kevin, man, great to be here. I hate being up in that studio sometimes. I love it down here,
We
man.
need you courtside.
Oh,
we
man,
need you
it feels so
courtside.
much better being with you guys and the other two.
DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move. It is pretty effective." Portland's Damian Lillard said, "It's a tough off-balance shot, so it takes a lot of work. But people around the league are putting in that work to become even more effective." Guys?
Thanks, David. Kenny, of course, you were nicknamed the Jet for a reason. Who do you think is the fastest player right now going end-to-end in the league?
With the ball, right now, is De'Aaron Fox. with the ball. Russell Westbrook is probably just
Ben Simmons isn't too far behind them either.
But he's more speed and power.
Yeah.
But in talk about, I had a thing one time, and it was they scored. The team scored with 7 minutes and 17 seconds. I scored. It was 7 minutes and 15 seconds. And it was only on an outlet.
Yeah.
It wasn't a long pass.
You got it in stride.
In stride, and then 2 seconds later.
Wow.
So De'Aaron Fox could do that.
That's fast.
That's jet right.
Yeah. Thus, here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Rajon Rondo is out there with Junior, and it's Howard in at center. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Junior. He's guarded closely over Westbrook. Howard, the pass to Junior. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Houston gets called for the foul. Well, it was something you could feel was on the verge of happening, Greg. But tonight's game is the game that Junior steps into the starting lineup.
It didn't make sense for Junior to come off the bench anymore. He's too large a part of what this team does on both ends. Junior's earned his right to start.
Now here's Gordon. He's coming off a 19-point game against Portland. It's good.
Even when Gordon is under pressure, he finds a way to score the ball. That's what he is. He is a determined and capable scorer.
Here's Rondo. Howard, the pass to Junior. Stolen by Harden. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. And Rondo sends it back.
Oh, you forget sometimes how much of an impact Rondo can have defensively there, showing off some superb vertical as he goes up for the block.
Got a hand on it. Hope they get it back. To the middle. Howard in the post. Guarded by Tucker. Howard kicks to Junior. So many combo guys in the backcourt now, Kenny, but there are still a few traditional style point guards left, and they're sure fun to watch.
Yeah, you still got Rondo. You still have Mike Conley.
Yep.
Obviously CP3. These are traditional point guards that think pass first. Still got LeBron. He's a traditional point guard. He passes first. So it's still fun to watch.
Here is Harden following the basket by Anthony Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Covington wide open. He fires. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Anthony Davis understands the value of points in transition, getting out and finishing on the break.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
The Rockets with another miss. Lakers leading by 5. Lobbed up there for Howard. Doesn't go that time. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. I mean, they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
Here's Howard, and he banks in the layup. Howard's got his second basket of the game.
Sensational at hitting the glass. Howard has fantastic timing when he goes after those rebounds.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And the shot goes in.
You know, at 6'8", with the ball skills that James has, he handles it like a guard. He can get wherever he wants to off the dribble.
Westbrook against Davis. Westbrook kicks to Gordon. Oh, good on the 3.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
And Junior gets it to go on the assist by Rondo.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Kenny, with all the switching now defensively, it's so valuable to have a big man who can pass out of those double teams and make plays for other guys.
Giannis, number 1. Jokic, number 2. LeBron is obviously number 1A. Big guy who can pass because, we forget that he's 6'9", 6'10".
And don't forget about Embiid as a true center.
He has gotten better.
He's a good enough passer. Their problem is they just don't space the floor as well as they need to.
Now here's Gordon. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
They've been sensational on the backcourt to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Lakers leading by 9. Cash. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And the dunk by Covington.
Wow, and Harden attracts so much attention from the defense. He creates shot opportunities for his guys.
James, the bounce pass. Rondo looking around. Here's the teardrop. Howard kicks to Rondo. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
And you look for why they keep giving up buckets here, and their boxing out, or lack of boxing out, is really hurting them.
Here's Westbrook. Good D by Rondo.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Here's Davis. Nails the 16-footer. Davis has got 6 points.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Harden. 20 points for him last game against Portland.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
Los Angeles leading by 12, and a wide-open look for Rondo. Off target with his 3. And it's the Rockets on the break. And James Harden, good for 3. He's got 5.
So many plays of run through Harden. You like to work him off the ball. Give the defense a different look.
Kenny, you and Mad Max, Vernon Maxwell, made for a great guard duo. I mean, I got so many stories about Vernon because when I used to work in Houston when I was an undergrad, I used to hang out with him.
Oh, man. You got stories.
Wasn't always wise, but which backcourt partners top the list for you these days?
Harden and Westbrook are at the top of the list, obviously because Curry and Klay Thompson is hurt. But, Lillard and McCollum, even though they didn't have a great year last year, they're right still at the top. After that, it's up in the air.
I would, and I consider him a guard, but I would put Tatum in there with him.
Oh yeah, I would. Yeah, it's hard to see. I think of Tatum as a 3.
As a 3, that's true. But they play him and Brown together. With Hayward, so.
And the Lakers with possession here. Following the 3 by Houston that time. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bradley can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Rivers gets a wide open look, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Hey, we know Harden can score, but he also has great vision.
Bradley dishes to Junior. Back to Bradley. Pass to Kuzma. Here's Morris. A shot off that time. The Rockets go the other way with it. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how
So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Junior's out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Howard in at the 5 down low.
Covington's reeks the length of his arms really coming in handy when he goes up to block shots like that.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Magic, had a huge game. He dropped in 29 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. It was a great combination for a guy who's considered to be more of a role player for this team. See what he can bring to the table tonight, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
Yeah, I agree. They really need him. I mean, they need his energy and they need his talent on the floor.
And here's Harden for three. And that's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
The NBA is such an international phenomenon, Kenny. Tearing up this league are some young guns who started outside of the U.S.
Yeah, Giannis, Jokic, and Doncic, they come to mind. They're probably 3 of the top 10 players in basketball right now. It's not, I don't even say it anymore. I don't say international player. I just say he's a player. I never think about Giannis as an international player.
Our game's been global for so long now that that's a great point because, we had Dirk, and we've had Nash, and we've had Akeem. Some of our all-time greats weren't from America.
Now, here's Junior, guarded by Harden. And it's Junior missing.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. They have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Outside Rondo to the inside. Davis, the pass to Junior. And Covington sends it back. And they'll keep possession.
This is really the challenge of trying to defend Davis because not only is he tall and smart, but he's gotten stronger in his time in the league. He typically blows through contact and draws fouls.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And the dunk by James.
With AD's improved court awareness, when guys on his team get open, he'll find them.
Rockets trail by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Teams been able to win back-to-back titles in the NBA, but Kenny, you were a part of one of those elite groups with the Houston Rockets. Mentally, that's got to be very difficult to repeat.
Yes, the second year is much tougher.
Why is it?
Because you become, I call fat cat-itis or complacent. You got guys, 8th, 9th, 10th man on the team. They're getting TV commercials now. They're coming on the plane with shades. Instead of hard hats, they got on velvet hats. It's just a different environment for guys who have not been accustomed to being stars, now being stars.
And not to mention, you go from being the hunter to the hunted. That's a part of it too, because now you get everybody.
Exceptional play from Harden. He has the poise to turn a bad situation into a good one.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Lakers leading by 7. LeBron dishes to Junior. To the paint. It's good from Howard on the assist by Junior. Howard's got 4 this quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
That's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Davis hangs is in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Davis has got 12 in the game. Rockets trail by 11. Harden with it. 11 points in the game. Jacks up a three. And James pulls it down.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And it's Junior missing. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. There's the lob to Harden. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Covington with the bucket. Los Angeles leading by 9. James kicks to Junior. And the rejection by Harden. Tries it from 19. Kenny, as a freshman, you joined one of the great lineups ever played college basketball. With guys like Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins. I mean, it was a who's who of the game.
Yeah, Michael was so excited.
Was he?
As soon as I walked on campus, when I walked on campus,
New York.
He picked me up at the airport, you know, drove me around.
He had a car?
Oh, yes. But then it was just great. Playing there with those kind of guys, it really gets you ready.
Had you met Jordan before you went
On
to
a visit, just on a visit.
On a visit, you were.
But he wasn't the best player really at the time. Sam Perkins was the guy. He was a 4-year All-American, first team. So it was Sam Perkins who everyone was in awe. And plus he was
Now a timeout called by Houston. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
Man, he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Rockets trail by 9. Outside Gordon. Back to Harden. Buries the long-range jumper. Harden's got 14 points.
have to rush Harden off that line. He's downright lethal from out there.
LeBron passes to Junior. Davis inside. Covington's there. And Davis puts it in.
Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
Yeah, they have the advantage. A big one in second chance points. Those extra possessions really help an offense, and it demoralizes the defense.
James against Gordon. Back to Harden. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to Gordon. Covington dishes to Harden. And the 3 off target. Lakers leading by 8. Now, Junior, a 29-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
And you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys.
Greg Popovich, the Spurs coach, Kenny, has talked about how the three-point shot is ruining the game. What do you say when you hear that?
Well, he's a participant of that.
I was about to say, like, he's the one that brought it to the forefront.
He's a participant of it. But I think overall, yes, because people now take bad threes over good twos. So players don't have worse shot records.
Firing on all cylinders for Los Angeles. His performance that quarter has earned him a double-double. Seems like he's been everywhere in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups, knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
Harden and Gordon are out on the wing. E.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Here's Junior. Count that one. Junior's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Lakers.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Count it, and the foul. It's on Rajon Rondo.
But how can you not be a fan of the energy Westbrook plays with? He simply won't be denied.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report.
We're used to this. The way Harden takes over games is so effortlessly. Never gets over.
Outside Rondo. Back to James. And a dunk by James.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Passes it to Tucker. Bobbed up there for Westbrook. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you know Westbrook loves getting up to the lob it his way, and he'll finish it in style.
Outside Rondo. He lobs it up, and it's Davis with the jam.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. They trail by 1. Covington trying to break free, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
For Houston, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
There's never a question about Westbrook's heart or his drive. He's a relentless catalyst for his team.
Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a 3-point play. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Los Angeles, and that one falls for Anthony Davis. For Houston, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall, 80% since the break. Westbrook against Bradley. Gordon with no one around, misses the 3. And for the Lakers, they're shooting a meager 37% for the game. Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
And he just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat him.
Change here. McLemore's checked in. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Bradley deciding where to go with it. With the steal. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Rivers, he's checked in for Houston. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Junior. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on James Harden. He throw good, Junior. That one falls, so he hits both of them. So it's the Rockets now. Here's Rivers. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Good on the three-point shot.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And Bradley gets it to go.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Rivers kicks to Harden. Harden draws the double. Back to Rivers. Houston moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Pass to Harden. Over Junior. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, when Harden decides to turn it up, and you're turned out, it is a sight to see, folks. I mean, relentless, instinctive, tremendous night so far for him.
And Davis can't get it to go. Rockets have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them.
And we expect Harden to attack, but right there puts the exclamation point on it.
Bradley passes to Junior. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
The Rockets making a switch here. Clemens is checked in. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Here's Bradley, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Bradley's got his second basket. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
On the McLemore. Rebound the Lakers. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by McLemore. Lets a floater go. Clemens, no good. And it's Bradley with the ball for Los Angeles. It's a 1-point game. The offensive rebound. Howard kicks to Bradley. The pass to Junior. Poked loose. Bradley dishes to Junior. Tries again. Howard trying to free himself up. And Junior with the nice bucket inside. Junior's got 12.
Tell you what, guys, the aggressiveness on defense just hasn't been there this half. Not like it was in the first.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call.
Houston leading by 3. Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Rajon Rondo is out there with Junior, and it's Howard in at the 5 spot. Westbrook, no good. Now, here's Junior. Kicks it out to LeBron. Rondo against Westbrook. And here's Davis for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way. As much as you just saw him do there, glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
And when you think of Howard, defense and rebounding immediately comes to mind. I mean, he knows his role and plays it pretty well.
Rondo passes to Junior. trying to free himself up. The putback, and Howard with the second chance points. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
It's Westbrook with the drive, and the rejection by James.
Using his length and timing and bounce to perfection there. LeBron James, excellent shot block.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Down low, Rondo. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 8th assist in the game.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Westbrook finds Gordon. Bangs home the trifecta.
Hall of Fame playmaker. Don't forget that Westbrook average. That's right, average of triple doubles, but 3 straight seasons.
Lakers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to Davis. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Back to James. A floater, and it's good. 2 points. And the Lakers lead by 2.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
And I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He said we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. Lead it with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Yep, Westbrook seems to have a sixth sense for those kinds of openings. Knows exactly where the gap is and finds his teammate perfect.
Rondo finds Howard. At 6. Junior with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Here's Junior. They get it again. A nice shot by Howard. Howard's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Westbrook. No good off the back of the rim. Lakers leading by 4. Outside, Davis. James, the pass to Howard. Loads it up for Davis. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, it's rare that you see a big man with offensive skills like Davis has. He is a talented, rare player.
Some nice passing there by Houston. Harden, no good.
Can't seem to find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
Stolen by Tucker. Westbrook with it, and it's Howard picking him up. Westbrook kicks to Gordon. Now, here's Tucker. He's covered by Rondo. Inside, and stolen by Howard. Rondo dishes to Junior. Here's Davis, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Davis never seems to take a rebound for granted. I mean, this guy is always doing the extra work to get to the ball.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. Rockets trail by 9. And here's Harden. To stop the run. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead early. It's off to Boston for them after this game as they take on the Celtics. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip.
Nice job that time using that strong body of his inside. Once Howard has positioning, I think you got to wrap him up.
And he can't hit the second. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
That's good from Westbrook.
Hey, you can't diminish Westbrook's triple-doubles, but just as important to me are the intangibles. His passion, his tenacity, his competitive spirit and drive. I mean, that infects the whole team in a positive way.
Officials are all over that.
Clearly a foul. I mean, he didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouls.
Rivers, he's checked in for James Harden. Both good from the line that time. Nuggets trail by 9. Outside Westbrook. Passes it to Gordon. And Davis sends it back.
Davis so good with his timing and length to get up and deny shots.
Rivers against James. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And Kevin, after being unable to find the net in the first half, they sure seem to be a different team here in the second.
Exactly. I mean, finding their stride offensively, and they're on top on the scoreboard, and things are looking pretty good for them right now.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Rajon Rondo.
From inside, Westbrook has to battle to get his shot. Aggressive now.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first. Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency is, you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Pass to Rivers. Back to Westbrook. Another miss by Houston.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The pass to Tucker. Outside Gordon. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Tucker.
Well, we know Eric Gordon is a great shooter now, but he is also willing to make the extra pass.
James, the pass to Junior. And the first one at the line is good. Robert Covington's checked in for Jeff Green. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Boy, is he really getting after it here in the second half, just drawing a ton of fouls.
Westbrook finds Gordon. Back to Westbrook. Westbrook double team. Pass to Covington. Off target from three-point range. Lakers leading by 12. James wide open. And that one falls coming off of Davis's speed. Davis has got 5 assists tonight.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Let's keep feeding him. Let him eat.
And stolen by Howard. And now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Great reach that time by Howard. He went way upstairs to throw that one down. Can pretty much get any pass that's around the goal.
Passes to Rivers. And here's Gordon. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
The turnover total in the first half, only one, but a totally different story here in the second.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Dwight Howard. Here's Junior. Kicks it out to LeBron. And stolen by Gordon. Westbrook dishes to Covington. Basket good.
Man, I like the guts from Covington there. I mean, definitely getting bodied a little on the shot, but still keeps his focus and gets it to go down.
LeBron passes to Junior. Rockets with the rebound.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been off ever since the second half started. It's not even been a factor.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Junior, got a piece of it. There's Gordon with the three, and Davis pulls it down.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Now, here's Junior. Defense right on him, and there it is for him. And the Lakers lead by 14.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just on the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. The Lakers with the ball, leading by 12. James outside. Now, here's Junior, guarded by McLemore. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got 4 points in the quarter.
Hey, there's a reason why he shoots such a high percentage, guys. I mean, he picks smart shots, high-quality shots, in close shots that he takes.
Pass to Westbrook. They get a hand on it. Rondo with the steal. James kicks to Davis. There's the lob to the hoop. And the slam dunk by McGee.
This kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Westbrook with it. And finished off by Westbrook.
In the rafters on that one. Westbrook giving the fans their money's worth.
Lakers leading by 14. Outside Rondo. Stolen by Tucker. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the fourth.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
Junior kicks to Rondo. To to the middle. There's the pass to Junior. Clock at 4. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He throw good, Junior. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Morris is checked in for JaVale McGee. Dudley comes in for Davis. Bradley's checked in for James. And Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Rockets trail by 15.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Los Angeles.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And so this victory tonight will give them the front end of what I believe will be a knockdown, drag-out season series. They win the first of what will be 3 this year against Houston.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Anthony Davis.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Cook looking it over. So it's Los Angeles win this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.